What is a G20? For me, it was my first car, but beyond that, this question is relatively difficult to answer, besides the fact that it's a car. Let's start with the basics. It's got a loved or hated SR20DE that is making approximately 140 to 145 horsepower at probably fucking redline. Low-end power does not exist in this vehicle. This one is equipped with a 5-speed manual and a limited slip as per the touring package. The G20 is derived from the P11 platform, and we saw in the States the G20 from 99 to 2000, not including the P10 platform, which I'm pretty sure ranged from 91 to about 96. The interior is very sound and comfy. It's got heated seats, leather, power everything, but the controls are very light. A little too light for my liking. The steering is overboosted and the clutch is incredibly light, even with a stage 2 clutch. Fourth and second are kind of close. I've had people over-rev the fucking car. I've done it myself. But at least it doesn't have that shitty Tonka toy feel those newer cars have. But the car is also relatively sporty. The styling, the wing, and the handling. With just tires and coilovers, this car is surprisingly tail happy, almost uncharacteristic of a front-wheel drive car. But still, you have your torque steer. This car will out-corner the bolstering in the seats, especially with the leather. You're sliding around all over the place. Revisiting this platform, I was surprised how well this car handled. Revisiting being this is my second G20. G20 prices are still accessible to most people, ranging from 2, 3, maybe 4 grand, depending on what's done to the vehicle. Finding a manual, though, may pose a challenge. What I've seen is these vehicles are never well taken care of. If you buy one, you're going to be playing catch up with the maintenance. Although some G20 specific parts are relatively hard to find, companies like Jiggy Customs help with aftermarket support with things like turbo kits and ECUs. This specific G20 has BC Racing coilovers, intake, catback exhaust, and a mild cam. In my opinion though, headers make these cars sound pretty fucking terrible, because SR go burr and that shit is gonna rasp. But this one doesn't really sound that bad. Alright, now it's time for Phil's unbiased opinion. Here you go, Phil.
My first impression looking at a G20 of this gen, you think, oh, okay, it's like a budget luxury car. There's no way that thing can handle. There's no way it's any fun. It's just supposed to carry people comfortably and be a little bit better than your average Sentra. The car is totally gutless at low RPMs. Steering, shift feel, they're all trash. But when you really wring it out and chuck it into those corners, it performs way better than it has any right to. It corners very neutrally, just a tinge of oversteer, but it's all manageable. It's got chops. It really surprised me. Is it gutless at low and mid RPM? Yeah. But this is a motor that's meant to be revved out. Very smooth, very linear power band. You're pulling almost all the way to redline.
Plans right now for the car are either turboing it with a healthy motor or putting a VVL swap, which will bring me to around 180 to 200 horsepower, which is enough for a car that weighs sub 3,000 pounds, I think. I think you should own one. I really like them. You could use them as a project car. You could daily them. I think they're awesome. I think they're severely underrated cars. They have a lot of potential. They're great. 10 stars out of 5. So what is a G20? It is a sporty luxury. Yeah. You know what? Fuck all that shit. Go buy one. Go figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Fuck me. Oh god. Oh god. My leg.
I told you it handled.
It fucking handles. Oh god.
I don't know how to record this shit and not be robotic as hell. Sound like a fucking high school project.